So it seems as though Sony may be planning to re-enter the handheld market, according to a brand new report coming from Insider Gaming, which would be very, very exciting. Welcome back, we're fans to another video here on the channel. If you enjoy this one, be sure to leave a like, really helps the channel. Subscribe for more. If you don't like it, let me know why, so I can improve the content in the future. But listen, brand new Sony handheld. I mean, I don't know if you guys have ever played the PS Vita, the PSP. If you haven't got a PS Vita, by the way, or the PSP, there's never a bad time to get one. I bought another one back maybe like 3-ish years ago, I want to say. I think or maybe 4 years ago. I don't know. Go on eBay or something. I mean, these consoles are still really, really good. They got really good catalogs. I mean, PSP I think has a better lineup of games probably in some ways. But the PS Vita is really, really cool, man. It's a great little console. So if you never played one, or if maybe you just miss it, I mean, again, you can go on eBay and find them pretty cheap. For now, I don't know, maybe they're gonna spike. But it seems as though Sony may be re-entering the market. Now, there's a whole thing with PS Vita that I want to talk about, and I think that was their problem, and hopefully they're going to fix that going into this one. But first, let's talk about this report. So again, coming from Insider Gaming, I'm going to throw the screenshot up on the screen, and we're going to read it together. So this is what it says. It says that according to known hardware leaker, Moore's Law is dead, MLID, a non-streaming console is in the works for Sony that would natively support and play games. And it is worth noting the non-streaming part, because with the PS, Portal or whatever it's called, a lot of people are like, oh, this thing looks cool. And it's like, oh, it's only for remote play. Well, that's disappointing. That would be really cool if it was, an actual handheld and it was a missed opportunity. But now in this report, MLID says that this device that is rumored and leaked will have a custom AMD APU that is currently in the high-level design phase and is at least 2 years out and technically not greenlit for launch yet. So this is very, very early. Like we probably won't see this thing for maybe like 3 years, if it is going to be coming out. We might get a teaser maybe in like a couple years, but it's probably quite some ways out, unfortunately. But it's also mentioned that based on talking with developers, the new handheld could maintain native backward compatibility with PlayStation 4 games, which is crazy, while receiving a quote-unquote pro-like patch for PS5 titles. I mean, if this thing can play PS5 titles, I mean, it's pretty crazy. I mean, then again, we do have laptops that have pretty compact, components within them to play some pretty powerful games. So, I mean, anything's possible. The report does state that the device is still early in development, so things are likely to change. It's also unclear about when this could possibly be revealed and or released by Sony. Lastly, MLID says that while he can confirm that the handheld is in development and AMD has the contract for the APU, the exact specs of the device are speculation on his part, end quote. So again, this is something that is very, very early. It's a leak. You got to take it with a grain of salt. But again, apparently this person has a pretty good track record, which is worth noting. It's always worth noting that. So the question is this thing going to see fruition? I mean, it could very well be that, Sony kind of tries to flush this thing out. Maybe it's just not happening. I don't know. But, I think Sony's problem when it comes to like non-main consoles is always not investing enough in it. It's as if they lack the confidence to really invest. And I've seen this again and again and again, literally 3 times in a row. PSP, I think, was pretty solid most part. PS Vita, it lacked support. They just didn't put it in there. We had a few good games. There's some decent third-party games. It was just like Sony like released this cool handheld and just kind of was like, whatever, and they just got lazy with it. And then the PSVR 1 came out, same exact problem. They did it again with the PSVR 1. Again, some cool games, both third party, maybe a couple first party, and back we're at it. PSVR 2, similar, I think a little bit better than PSVR 1, at least as of right now. Some pretty solid titles on PSVR 2, but we got Horizon Call of the Mountain, which was like, Sony's big first party game. Everyone was like, yes, this is great. Sony's actually going to invest in the VR. And then what happens? It just feels like they're not investing in it. It feels like, again, they're just kind of like letting it sit on the sidelines, and, we'll bring, a little bit of stuff here and there. Like they just announced Metro VR that's coming that looks really good. But again, that's, more third party. It's a collaboration with Deep Silver and Sony. So there's that. But again, where's all the first party titles? Where's all the really strong support? on Sony's part for the PSVR 2. I mean, it feels like it's absent besides their launch title, right? Which was Horizon, which I had a lot of fun with. I was like, man, imagine doing this with The Last of Us, Uncharted, Ratchet and Clank, like any of their games, right? Well, okay, to be fair, we got Gran Turismo in VR, Gran Turismo 5. But still, it was like there was just so much lacking. And again, if this is what they're gonna do with this new handheld, then it's like, why even bother? Just don't even bother, because it's like you're putting out a product and then it's just like, well, it's just kind of like, what's the point? It's kind of like the PS Portal. The PS Portal, cool concept, great, awesome. What's the point? You know what I mean? It just kind of feels like, well, let's just put a product out there that maybe people are going to buy, but it's like, you know, why? I mean, maybe, I don't know, possibly. Okay. I don't know. The same thing, like I said, with the PSVR 2, I just feel like they're really lacking the support that they could have, and I really wish they would support it more. And again, if this thing is going to happen, whatever this thing is, and again, I would love to see Sony do it because they have a lot of potential. I really enjoy the PSP. I think the PS Vita had a lot of potential that was just kind of not capitalized on, and I think it would be really cool to see Sony re-enter that market. I love handheld consoles and stuff. You know, I'm a huge fan of the 3DS line and the DS line, the Game Boys from Nintendo. Obviously, the Switch is cool being a hybrid. So it'd be nice to see that. And if it supports PS4 and PS5 games, I mean, even better, right? So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But you guys let me know. Maybe Sony's seen like, oh, look, the Steam Deck is pretty successful. And the Switch. Maybe we should get back into the handheld market, you know? And maybe the PS Portal was their way of kind of like seeing, you know, how much people would want like an actual handheld device, not just like this remote play. I don't know. You know, in part, maybe that's what it was. But I don't know, your guess is as good as mine. We'll see what happens. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know what you would want to see from this thing. Let me know if you even care to see another, you know, PlayStation portable kind of handheld device of some sort that is not just remote play, that is actually, you know, native games on, you know, this unit. Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this one, please do leave a like, really helps the channel. If you don't like it, that's completely fine. Let me know why, though, so I can improve the content in the future. And I'll see you guys soon in another one. Tell them, friends, game on. Thanks for watching. Hey you! What are you doing? Join the Skeleton Army! Do it today! Don't wait till tomorrow because tomorrow might never come. The Earth is gonna fade, that's inevitable. The next second of your life's not even promised, so you better think about where you're going, and you might as well just join the Skeleton Army. Plus, we do kinda like you a little bit, so it'd be nice to see you around here. But if you don't want to, hey, your loss. See you later.